A few years ago, I had singer-songwriter Evan Felker, frontman for Turnpike Troubadours, on the MeatEater podcast.
That's a serious commitment.
As an avid Oklahoma-born outdoorsman,
this is gonna be for real.
Evan brings hunting culture into his writing with an expert, believable touch that not many songwriters can pull off.
The game's afoot.
I knew right away I wanted to hunt with Evan, and so I lured him in with an experience that would be completely new to him.
That's a shooter black bear.
A spring black bear hunt in the Alaska backcountry.
So much fun yesterday.
Yeah, let's do it again.
I've followed trails of all kinds, pursuing wild game through our country's wildest places. These are my stories.
There he's out.
These are my people. I'm Stephen Rinella, and this is MeatEater. What came first, music or the outdoor pursuits?
Outdoor stuff, for
Really?
sure.
At what age?
Little as I could get around with Dad, squirrel hunting and stuff. A lot of deer and squirrel hunting and a few quail and
Yeah.
turkeys and anything.
Like, what was your dad's hunting program? Was he fanatical?
He is hunting right now, or is getting ready for most of season right now.
Feeling good?
Yeah, man.
But you've never been in one of these?
I don't think I've ever even seen one.
Yeah. It's an amazing trip.
Bird hunting's something that I fell in love with, like, pretty naturally. I coon hunted for a long time, and I got tired of being out late, so I just sort of just traded that for a pointer.
They're gonna hopscotch us in. So I'm gonna go ahead with my stuff, and I'll land, and then you'll get out there eventually.
Okay. I typically write about hunting as like a background for a transitional thing, you know, for a story. Like, it just happens to be what they're doing. The story's just kind of boring, and then I just put it in a hunting backdrop, and then there's more happening, so it's more interesting. Covey took wing, the shotguns singing, a pointing dog down the old logging road. And Danny got 3 and looked back grinning. I fumbled around and tried to reload. The country was cold with the sun westward sinking. It's good to be back in this place with my hands around Belgian-made brown and my mind on the lines of her face. How good does it feel? You belong in these hills. It's best that you let it all in. She said, go on back to Cherokee County. Won't you crawl back with nothing but a razor and comb? Says, baby, if you need me, I'll be where you found me. And go on to hell, honey, I'm headed home.
When I get an opportunity to take a buddy on a hunting trip, I like to show them something new that they'd never get a chance to try on their own, or that would maybe never even occur to them to try. Something different.
This is gonna be for real.
And since Evan Felker likes to ride horses and hunt quail in the sweltering heat of eastern Oklahoma, I figured, why not bush plains and black bears in the wet-ass cold of Alaska?
Glassing for a bear, is there a certain thing that you're looking for that sticks out?
You kind of want to find the luscious patches of green, those open grass spots that are real green. That's the best place to be looking. That's mostly where you're going to find them. But you see, just this draw right here,
Yeah,
it's got a little bit of snow on the bottom.
very bottom, yeah.
To me, that looks great. A lot of green, real huntable. That'd be a promising spot. But they could be cruising anywhere. Like, it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see one come over the top of that ridge, cross the snow field. But when they settle in, they're going to settle in on the feet. They're going to settle in those lush little green spots.
I've hunted Dall sheep in this general neck of the woods, but I've never even been in this particular valley.
It's called Alaska cotton.
What is it?
Alaska cotton?
It's Alaska cotton. Good to know.
Here's what it's got going for it. 1, it's outrageously beautiful, with good chances to see Dall sheep, grizzlies, moose, and wolves. And 2, the valley floor is wide enough and open enough to travel. We could go up from our landing strip a couple miles until we get blocked by the glacier, or we could walk down valley for miles and miles. All of it decent bear country. On the other hand, here's what it's got going against it.
That's the wrong kind of bear right there.
1, there aren't too many black bears around here, and they tend to be pretty small, probably owing to the intense competition they have with grizzlies, who eat them and compete with them for food sources. And 2, the valley floor makes for easy traveling, yes, but man, you get away from the valley floor and you gotta do some serious bushwhacking.
See how it was sawed?
Yeah?
There's certain times of year when you hunt moose, and you have to destroy the trophy value of the moose.
Really?
Yeah, it's like subsistence hunts.
Oh, wow.
You have to prove that you're doing it for the meat, so they make you and trash it.
Lastly, there's something that could be regarded as a positive or a negative depending on your outlook. At this time of year, it never gets dark. You could hunt 24 hours a day if you felt like it, but the usual dawn and dusk rhythms that drive a hunt are completely absent, and it can be hard falling asleep in a perfectly lit up tent.
That's a shooter black bear. That's a good sign. Mm-hmm. He's going the wrong way. That's what we're after.
To kick things off, we set up with some optics in the valley floor to start scouring the area.
So Evan, hit me with your impressions so far, man.
You know that feeling that you have sometimes where you think you should be somewhere else doing something different?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that.
You're not getting that feeling.
Not getting that feeling. Oh, it's something else.
That's good.
This episode is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Before long, we have our first very far off sighting of a small black bear.
That's a black bear.
So cool.
It's not big.
You think it's a small bear?
Well, I mean, they're
Or like
small.
me-
Like,
yeah,
small
okay.
is like you grab them by, I mean, you grab them by the rump and the
Yeah.
shoulders and pick them up is small.
Uh-huh.
That's small.
Yeah.
And that's not him. You see him?
Yeah, I can see him.
There's a difference between not being small and being big.
Mm-hmm.
It's not small. See those ears?
Yeah.
You want the ears to be on the side of the head,
Oh, I see.
not the top of the head. You don't want a light muzzle like that.
Really?
You want a dark muzzle. These are all just little things.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to look front heavy, not rump heavy. When they're real small, their legs look spindly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not spindly. I find it's better to think of all the ways that it might be small than to try to think of all the ways it might be big.
Sure.
But you'd have to get closer.
When it comes to mountain hunting in Alaska, you gotta plan on losing entire days to weather. Most typically, clouds and fog.
This is very ungood weather for what we're trying to do.
I've been on 10-day trips where we scratched off 5 days sitting in a tent with less than 50 yards visibility. So I've learned to at least sort of tolerate days like this, even if I haven't learned to love them.
High wind and the weather, it's just hard to picture them being out.
Yeah.
Like, they might be, but they like the kind of weather that people like
Yeah.
when it comes to being out in the open feeding.
All you can do is post up and wait for things to turn, or else use that time for hiking into new areas.
Let's just hunt downriver for a day. At least we'll be able to scout around and see if we got good views of good areas.
So you're ready to glass new country once the visibility returns. After a while, the wind and rain subside, the fog starts to burn off, and once again, we can see up the mountainside.
Oh, you mother scratcher. Way up in that stuff we were looking at yesterday.
I see him.
Just being a black bear up high.
The game's afoot.
He's above the brush, like up in the real huntable stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two.
Okay, there's two bears, yeah.
Man, that looks like a big bear on the bottom. It's gotta be a grizzly.
That black bear's cruising out of there now. It's smelled it.
Oh, yeah. Good news is they're up high, so that's good. Bad news is that's a serious commitment. I mean, we'd be hunting it by evening,
Yeah.
you know, but you'd want to go up and sleep up there.
Also, there's a grizzly bear up there.
Eh,
That's no big deal.
they're just around. If every grizzly bear shot off a flare right now, there's probably one closer. The other bad news is it's getting foggy up there.
Yeah.
We're too far away to get a decent read on the bear or the area, but we haven't been seeing as much bear activity as I'd expected, so it's worth making our way over there. At least it gives us a direction to head. And I've found that heading in some direction or another often leads to good discoveries along the way. In fact, that's one of my favorite general hunting strategies. Walk towards some miles away animal you find in your spotting scope with the expectation that you'll run into something else along the way. Try it. It works. Just as we're hitting our stride, wouldn't you know it, the rain and sleet roll back in, so we hole up beneath a tarp to wait it out.
Man, I wish there was a better place to watch the Grizzly Hill from. Or I should be more positive and call it Black Bear Hill. This fog really takes the sharpness out of everything, man. There's always something to be irritated about out here.
We settle in when all of a sudden, here comes a black bear, just cruising through the valley floor right in front of us. It all happened so fast, the camera guys barely have a chance to get on it.
Got him.
And credit where it's due. Evan acted fast, putting a perfect shot right where it needed to go.
You're not gonna believe me, but at times I've thought to myself, if you stayed out here long enough just sitting here, eventually something's gonna happen right around this line. What are the odds? That just goes to show you there's maybe a lot of them crawling around in the brush right now.
Exactly. Oh,
Not bad.
hey.
It's not a giant, but it's not a cub.
Oh, whatever.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. Dude, that was a hell of a shot placement, man. You put that right where you're supposed to. Good job.
It's amazing to, like, even get close to one.
Things turn around so fast.
Yes.
For what we've been seeing, that was the right way to go, man.
Oh, man, yeah.
This isn't the kind of place where you're gonna get all kinds of opportunities to pass up bears while waiting for a giant. We're just glad to get what we can get. And these mountain bears are good eating too. They don't get into the salmon carcasses that can give coastal bears a funny, fishy taste. These ones, which are largely vegetarian, are almost beef-like in flavor. We start processing the bear, taking care to properly skin and handle the hide so Evan can get it rugged out for the wall of his home.
Beautiful work, amigo. Wow.
The meat gets divided up into cloth game bags, which we then set out in a large opening on a gravel bar, so we'll be able to see from a distance if anything decides to mess with it. Only thing worse than a big old grizzly snacking on your kill is not knowing that the grizzly is there until you're right on top of it and it's too late. Then we head off to see about finding another bear for me. After a couple of dreary days, the sun is finally shining.
There's got to be one wanting to get out in the sunshine like that.
But the hillsides remain empty of black bears.
Just ain't nothing happening, dude. Can't blame the weather today, man.
No.
What was your first inkling of being interested in music?
My parents loved music. And I remember like listening to lots and lots and lots of records. Have everybody over every weekend and stay up late listening to them. So I kind of fell in love with that stuff. And then my uncle played in like a grunge band, and I was into that too.
So then when did you write your first song?
17.
God, you were in it young, man.
Yeah.
Do you figure you'd eventually hang the music up?
I don't think so. No. I like it too much.
Man, when I get older, I'm definitely just going back into writing, man.
Yeah.
I worry about getting old. It's like I get little tinges of pain in my knees now, you know, and I'm like, damn it, no.
Not yet.
Tell me it ain't so. Not being able to climb around the hills anymore kills me, man. The thought of that kills me. I think I see one. You see the hillside that looks like not a place a bear would want to be? Mm-hmm. There's one working that grass strip up in all that.
Yep.
You see him?
Yeah, I see him.
He's not like terrible far from where the one was yesterday. It might be that same dude. I like that he likes the high country.
Once again, it's our best option. This time, the bear is easier to get to, and the nice weather shows no sign of changing on us anytime soon. We unload a bunch of extraneous gear and set a course to make our way up the mountain.
I think we can pick up this creek. We'll see what the wind's doing, but we might just be able to go right up the cut and then maybe scoot up this way. Yeah. But it's not a deep, there's not a big horizontal distance between the bottom of that drainage and the ridge shop. It's all shootable.
Cool.
We'll see what the wind's like.
The bad news is, to get to that elevation, we have to cross through a barrier of alder and spruce and scrubby cottonwood that carpet the lower mountainside.
A well-regarded paleontologist here in Alaska named Dan Mann has a technical term for this. It's called an alder-choked hellhole. You're in an alder-choked hellhole.
I was telling Evan how it was almost like cheating for him to find a bear down toward the valley floor. Now he's seeing what I mean when I say that picking your way through this stuff is a real annoyance. We finally get to a point about 400 yards from the bear, where there's a little hole in the brush from which a fella could feasibly sneak a shot if he had an hour to figure it out. But there's a problem.
He's just going downhill. He's getting sick of being where he is.
The bear's moving downhill into impossibly thick cover where we're probably never gonna find him. I do my best to try to get a better angle, any angle, but there's just no way to get a view into where it headed.
Man, he's gonna smell us if we go up this way. That's called a failed stalk.
He bust us?
At first I thought he did, because he ran, but then he stopped and fed. But like, what are the odds that he just got bored of being there now?
Didn't quite get there.
And the wind is ripping uphill so much that his hide was shaking, which made me nervous about shooting, but then he left anyway. Man, that was close, man.
Yeah.
We had that bear in our pocket.
This show is brought to you by Can-Am. It's rare to find something that works this hard and still delivers that much fun. When it comes to wheels, this is my favorite way to explore the backcountry. With our time in the mountains winding down, it seems like our best option is to continue glassing this same general area in hopes that another bear pops out.
That bear that gave us the slip yesterday is going right back up that same spot where he gave us the slip.
Oh my God. Yep, I see him.
That's his little zone, man. All right.
Well,
that was so much fun yesterday.
yeah, let's do it again.
It's not often you get a second chance to run the exact same stalk on an animal, but I'll take it. Having just done it, this time I know exactly where to head to get a clear shooting lane. Hopefully, the wind up there isn't quite as strong as it was yesterday.
We're setting up kind of a cross canyon deal with the bears on that neighboring exposure. And we're on the ridge looking across them. The wind's going up. There's no way the wind is crossing that canyon, I don't think. I think it's just washing uphill. Really the best bet is to try to get a looking hole where you can see through all this brush over to the next ridge. He went down good. We need a bunch of these right here. As we've been hanging out, have you had any song ideas?
Not as much, just because I'm paying attention to more what we're doing.
So you don't just walk around thinking up songs all day? I do.
No, not really.
Dude, we're each in the wrong business.
I think so. A lot of the time that I actually write anything is reflecting on stuff.
Yeah, you later think about it, yeah.
What's a cool setup to cook like that? I've never done that before.
You know it's done when those sticks start burning through. These gotta be cooked to done. Many miles from here, but in the same state. We were cooking some bear meat once, and a bunch of us got sick from it.
Really?
Got trichinosis. But we were eating it raw. I mean, next to raw.
Yeah.
We were joking about getting trichinosis. We're like, yeah, you're going out and getting trichinosis. And like, sure enough, it's not a big deal. Man, normally bear, like in the fall, it's real drippy and
Fatty.
yeah, fatty. This sucker is lean. It's gonna be a dry chew.
I'm excited.
Let's see what we got. Ooh, that's more tender than I thought. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Perfect. Or dang juicy.
Yeah, I know, I was impressed, man. I was thinking it was gonna be more dried out, but I think it's gonna be good.
That's really good.
No, that's real nice, man.
Plenty good.
Yeah, that's good, because bears always made me a little nervous that there's gonna be something weird, that there's gonna be some weird thing going on.
They eat so much different stuff, huh? You just can't, case by case, huh?
I've had some of it where it'd be like, tastes like eating a sea monster or something. You know what I mean? You'd be like, that's gotta be what I imagine the Loch Ness monster would taste like.
The only one I rate had been on huckleberries in Idaho. And it tasted like it. It was good.
There's this historian, his name's John Mack Farragher, and he was talking about the colonial frontier, okay? So America, 1750s, 1760s. He's like on the frontier, and he said true of whites and natives alike, that bear meat was the food of preference.
Huh.
Not venison.
That's odd to me.
You hunted deer for the skins, but like bear meat was the food of choice at that time.
It's interesting.
Good little bear.
Early fall descended on the dry backcountry aspens. It could be any time now that the bulls start bugling. I watch the pack mule panniers, see the loads are riding even. Is it in my mind, or did I finally hear one sing?
Any excuse to get back into this pristine country like this it's a really rare thing to get to see for me, and I know you can count it, on both your hands probably how many times I'll wind up here doing something like this. So, you take a break from everything being busy and you really focus on the big picture and what's going on when you're out here doing this stuff, and it's so good for me. It's just a huge opportunity. And this is a hunt that I wouldn't have gone on my own and done, so it's such a cool thing to get to have a reason to do it. It's all about being here and having a reason to be here. To get to learn something new about kind of surviving in this country and seeing this stuff and experience.